Good evening. Coming up on BBC London News. Plans to demolish the historic Elephant and Castle shopping centre are dramatically halted, much to the relief of campaigners and businesses.
What replaces it will not be affordable. The types of shops, in terms of employment, housing, it's not for everybody, is it?
But developers say it's a huge opportunity to improve the area. A very warm welcome to the programme. First tonight, it's a fight to save a major South London landmark that's been going on for more than 3 years. The Elephant and Castle shopping centre has been part of the fabric of the area since 1965, so for over half a century. A developer wants to rebuild it and create around 1,000 new homes and a new university campus. But in a surprising turn of events, the plans were dramatically halted after a 7-hour-long late-night council meeting. Tolu Adeyeye has been getting reaction from some of those who live and work in the area.
It was an unexpected decision. Even those who were opposed to plans which included redeveloping Elephant and Castle shopping centre were surprised when Southwark Council didn't approve them.
We still get all the people local to the area coming down, because most of my customers are people that's local to the area.
Many, like Sharon, who live or work in the area, felt the changes would be bad for local people.
It's not going to be inclusive as far as I'm concerned. Dare I say it's for the haves and rather than the have-nots. So I guess that things do have to move on and things do have to change, but I don't know, I just don't feel that it's including the people being born and bred in the area.
The developers had promised a brand new shopping centre, a new building for the London College of Communication, as well as 1,000 new homes, a third of which would be affordable. And from the roof of the Elephant and Castle shopping centre, all you have to do is look up to see the changes already in this area. But it appears this is a development too far. In a statement, the council said, "We understand the strong feelings of many local people, particularly regarding affordable housing and business space, as these are priorities that the council shares. We remain committed to finding a solution for a new shopping centre and home for the London College of Communication that works for everyone."
Shame on you!
Many of those protesting ahead of the meeting yesterday were students from the college, including Sahaya. So why does she object to a redevelopment that her university backed?
This development plan would essentially mean the social cleansing of the area. UAL are currently complacent in that, despite so much talk of a commitment to social justice, widening participation. Its involvement proves the utter hypocrisy of those statements.
82.
A bingo hall sits at the top floor of the shopping centre. Its owner was another objector. He says it wasn't factored into the plans at all and shows the developers are out of touch.
This is vitally important to the social life of thousands of people in the area every week. Everybody wants the Elephant and Castle to develop, right? But they didn't want this particular one. Just didn't make any sense. And if it doesn't make sense, don't do it.
The developers Delancey have said 90% of people who they spoke to were in favour of the plans. They want their supporters to make their voices heard ahead of a meeting at the end of January, when the next steps for this part of London will become clearer. Tolu Adeyeye, BBC London News.
OK, let's get more on this from Asad, who's in Elephant and Castle for us this evening. Asad.
Yeah, it is. I'm in Elephant and Castle, but this is a place also known as London's Latin Quarter. Why? Because there are more Latin American businesses here in this part of Elephant and Castle where I am than there are in any other part of London, in any other part of the UK, would you believe? I'm in a Colombian restaurant called La Bodeguita. I'm joined now by Latin Elephants representative here, a group which represents the interests of people here. Dr. Patria, you just have to walk around the shopping centre. You can see it desperately needs investment. Why are you so against it?
Because it does not offer a fair deal for the communities of Elephant and Castle. As simple as that. What we're after is social justice for the people of Elephant and Castle.
But businesses like the one we're in now have been offered lots of money to move, spread their wings, maybe even come back to the castle. What's wrong with that?
The relocation fund has not been agreed by the traders to start with. It has not been done in consultation with them. And it's insufficient. It does not offer them any right to return and any extra funding for them to be able to relocate to the new development if and when ready.
So you're not happy with the development. You acknowledge that money needs to be spent here. What's your vision for Elephant and Castle?
We want a vision for Elephant and Castle that is community-led, where the community of Elephant and Castle feels included and whereby they are driving and being able to thrive in what is development. We're not opposed to development, but we're opposed to this development because it does not offer a fair deal for our communities.
Dr. Pathia, thanks very much for that. Well, the council is having a meeting at the end of the month to decide finally whether to put a death knell in the application form from developers, which will decide whether this part of the road of Elephant Castle will look like that side of the road, Elephant Castle as well. We'll keep you informed with what's going on. Riz.
OK, well, you will, of course, keep us posted. And apologies for a little bit of the sound break up there. Asad, thank you.